Now we shall continue our topic with the points group, point groups. Right. As discussed earlier, that regarding the symmetry elements, a molecule can have the more than one type of symmetry element. The molecule can have the rotational axis of symmetry. It can have the plane of symmetry. It can have improper axis of symmetry. It can have center of inversion, or it has an identity. So molecule can possess any of the symmetry element, or it can possess all the symmetry elements. So collection of all the symmetry elements in a molecule, keeping the center of gravity and making all these symmetry elements as a group is called as a point group. For example, you take water molecule. Water molecule has C2 rotation. Water molecule also has sigma v's, vertical plane of symmetries. Two sigmas will be there, sigma v and sigma v. I'll show you how these sigmas are present. As in previous classes, this sigma, that is plane of symmetries, has been already shown. Anyhow, if you look at the water molecule has C2 rotational axis of symmetry, identity, sigma v and sigma v prime. Right. Now all these symmetry elements are clubbed together as a group. Therefore, that group, generally if you look at the water, it comes under a point group called as C2V point group. So therefore, all these symmetry are clubbed together and made as a group, and that particular group is called as the point group. So how we are going to define a point group? Point group is defined as collection of all the symmetry elements in a molecule by keeping the center of gravity constant. Right. That is, collection of all symmetry elements in a molecule by keeping the center of gravity constant is called as a point group. Now, these point groups are generally shown with certain notations called as certain notations such as C, D, S, and these actually represent the type of symmetry element present in them, highest symmetry element present in them. For example, if it is represented, if the point group is starting with C, if it is represented with C, that means here the highest symmetry element is rotation. If the point group is represented with D, this indicates that this particular point group has highest symmetry element as a rotation with n number of C2s in it. If it is represented with S, if the point group is represented with S, that means the highest symmetry element is improper axis of symmetry. If the point group is represented as T, that means it is a tetrahedral point group. If it is represented by O, it means it is octahedral type. If it is represented by I, it is icosahedral. So every point group is represented with a symbol, certain symbols which represents the highest symmetry element present in them. Now, as told, C represents the highest symmetry element. Here it is rotation. If it is represented with D, if the point group is starting with D, it means it has a rotation along with the n number of C2s in it. If it is represented by S, it has a principal higher symmetry as improper axis of symmetry. If it is represented with T, then it is having the tetrahedral type of, right? And if it is represented V, it is a octahedral. And if it is I, it is a icosahedral. Another thing is that every point group, right, which is represented with C, D, R, has a subscripts, right? For example, you take CNV, or you take DNH, or you take DND. In these subscripts, the value of N, what is N represents actually? N represents the highest, or you can say the type of rotation. And V, H, right, D, these all will tell you about the plane of symmetry. This all represents the plane of symmetry. The N represents the type of rotation. For example, if it is C2V, that means it has C2 rotation. If it is C3H, that means it has C3 rotation. The value of this N represents the type of rotation present in it. And the other subscripts are also there, such as I. If the subscriptive I, then we say it is inversion. If the subscript is S, then it has plane of represents the plane of symmetry. So these are the this is regarding the introduction of the point groups. That is collection of all the symmetry elements in a molecule by keeping the center of gravity is called as the point group. Point groups can be represented with the C, D, S, T, O, and so on and so forth. Right? If it is represented, if the point group starts with C, which indicates it has the highest symmetry as the rotation. If it is represented by D, it has the highest symmetry as rotation with n number of C2s. If it has S represented with S, it means it has the improper axis of symmetry as the highest rotation. And T stands for tetrahedral, O stands for octahedral, I stands for the icosahedral. Right. And there are also some point groups where we represent with C infinity V, D infinity H. Right. These all point groups. Right. General C infinity is used for the linear molecules without center of inversion, and D infinity H is used for the molecules, linear molecules with center of inversion. So this is brief introduction regarding the point groups. Now let us take the classification of point groups. So to make it very simple, the point group, the molecules are categorized into three different types. To understand the point groups in a simplest way, the molecules are categorized into the three different types. That is molecules with low symmetry element. Molecules are categorized into three different types based on the number of symmetry elements present in. For example, you take molecules with low symmetry, molecules with high symmetry, third molecule with special symmetry. Molecules with low symmetry. Molecules with low symmetry means the molecule which has the less number of symmetry elements in it. Less number of symmetry elements. And under this category, C1 point group, Ci point group and Cs point groups will be coming under this point group. So under this, that is molecules low symmetry, C1 point group, Ci point group and Cs point groups comes under this particular category. Whereas molecules with the high symmetry, under this category we have Cn point group, Cnv point group, CNH point group, DN point group, DNH point group and DND point group. And coming to this molecules with a special symmetry, under this category we have C infinity V, D infinity H and tetrahedral point group, octahedral point group, icosahedral point group, T point group, O point group. So these are the point groups which are coming under the special category. So to make your point groups very simple, to understand the point groups very simple, molecules are categorized into three different types based on the number of symmetry elements present in them. Molecules with less number of symmetry are categorized as molecules with low symmetry. Under this category you have C1 point group, Ci point group and Cs point group. Whereas molecules with more number of symmetry elements, right, they are categorized as molecules with high symmetry element, right. Under this category we have Cn point group, Cnv point group, CNH point group, Dn point group, DNH and the DND point group. Whereas the molecules with special type of symmetry, they are categorized. That means here in this case they have the special type of structures. C infinity V, T infinity H, tetrahedral, octahedral, icosahedral, T and O point groups. So this is the brief classification of the point groups based on the number of symmetry elements present in that particular molecule. Now let us continue this with the molecules with the low symmetry element. Now we are going to try to understand the molecules with the low symmetry elements. Now first we shall take the example of C1 point group. Now, which molecules comes under the C1 point groups? That is all asymmetrical molecules. All asymmetrical molecules comes under the C1 point groups. Or we can also take the example of a carbon, a chiral carbon comes under this particular point group. So under the C1 point group, all asymmetrical molecules comes under this category. So here C1 point group is obtained by rotation, that is it has only the identity element in it. It has only identity element, and this is obtained only by rotation of 360 degrees. So under C1 point group, all asymmetrical molecules comes under this particular category. Now coming to the next point group, that is Ci point group. These molecules order, right? So before going to that, just I want to mention one thing. Every point group is represented by H. Every point group is given with H, where this H will tell you about the order of that point group. Order of point group. What is this order? This order will tell you about the total number of symmetry elements. The H will tell you about the total number of symmetry elements present in that particular molecule. So every point group is given with an order H, and that order H will tell you about the total number of symmetry elements present in. For example, you take Ci point group. The order of this point group is given as 2. H is equal to 2. That means this particular point group will have only 2 symmetry elements, and that 2 symmetry elements are, one is identity and the other is center of inversion I. That means the molecules which are coming under this, which are categorized under Ci point group, will have only 2 symmetry elements. One is identity and other is the center of inversion. Now let us take some examples which comes under this Ci point group. Now for this 1, 2 dichloro, so dibromo, 1, 2 dichloro ethane. This particular molecule has only center of inversion. It has only center of inversion. There is no other symmetry element. That is, it has only identity and center of inversion. Staggered molecule will clearly tell you about the center of inversion of this particular molecule. Now here in this molecule, it has only the center of inversion, another is the identity. Now we are going to represent it like this. The Saha structure of this: bromine, hydrogen, chlorine. The other side, chlorine, hydrogen and bromine. This is the Sahar's representation of this particular 1, 2 dibromo and 1, 2 dichloroethane. Now we can easily represent the center of inversion in this. As usual, if you rotate it to 360 degrees, it will give you the identity element. And coming to the next center of inversion. Now this is the center of this particular molecule. Now if you extrapolate in opposites at equal distances, bromine is matching with the bromine, chlorine with chlorine, and the hydrogen with the hydrogen. Hydrogen with the hydrogen are matching. Therefore, this particular molecule has a center of inversion. No other symmetry element is possible in this particular example. Where you can see that this is the Sahar's view. You can easily understand this is in the Y form. Similarly, inverted Y. Here, these hydrogens are away from each other. These bromines are away from each other. One is above the plane, other is below the plane. Whereas chlorine, which is below the plane, and other is above the plane in opposite directions. If you match them from the center of the molecule, similar groups matches with each other. Therefore, we say this particular molecule is having the center of inversion. And the other example is the cyclobutane derivative. cyclobromo-cyclobutane derivative. From the center of the molecule, right? If you look at the opposite groups, similarly, the hydrogen and hydrogen, chlorine and chlorine, they match with each other at the equal distance, and therefore this particular molecule has the center of inversion. So the Ci point group, the order of this point group H is equal to 2. That means the Ci point group will have only identity and the center of inversion. So all the molecules which have identity along with center of inversion will come under the Ci point group. Here it is very clear that this particular molecule will not have any other symmetry element except the identity and the center of inversion. There is no possibility of any other kind of symmetry elements in this. Therefore, these particular examples which are given, they have only the identity and the center of inversion. Now, in order to understand center of inversion, just go through the previous lecture. There you will come to know regarding what is center of inversion. So, this is regarding the Ci point group. Now, moving further, we have Cs point group. Now, what is the Cs point group? The point group in which the molecule has only identity, that is identity in plane of symmetry. That is Cs point group. Cs point group. The order of this point group is again 2. That means it has only 2 symmetry elements. One is identity and other is the sigma. Identity and other is the sigma. It doesn't have more than any of these 2 symmetry elements. It will has identity and other is the one is plane of symmetry. There is no other symmetry element possible in this. Therefore, 2 symmetry elements are possible. Therefore, order of this point group H is equal to 2. So here this point group will have the plane of symmetry and identity. So the molecule which have identity, obviously every molecule has identity, that's quite common. Apart from identity, if it is having only plane of symmetry as one of the symmetry element, they comes under the Cs point group. Let us take the example of monosubstituted water molecule. This is your water molecule. If you substitute one of the hydrogen with some X group and look at the symmetry of this particular molecule, symmetry elements of this molecule. Now this molecule has only plane of symmetry. That is, if you cut this molecule like this in the board plane, if you cut it, that is passing from the hydrogen, oxygen and X, that is molecular plane. There is no rotation possible here. If you rotate to 180 degrees, it doesn't give you equivalent structure. If you rotate to 180 degrees, this hydrogen comes here, X replaces here. So therefore, comes here, right? Now, if you look at these two structures are quite different. Therefore, we can't say that this has the C2 rotational axis of symmetry. Therefore, rotation axis of symmetry is not possible in this particular case. The only possibility is the plane of symmetry, and that plane of symmetry can be shown like this. That is, assume this is the hydrogen, this is the X, and that plane is passing from the center of the molecule like this. That is, it is cutting the center of oxygen, cutting the X, cutting the hydrogen. That is, the reflection is done from the center of this particular oxygen, hydrogen and the X. That is, the plane is passing from the center of oxygen, hydrogen and the X. Therefore, it has only the plane of symmetry. And this plane is passing through the hydrogen, X and oxygen. We call it as a molecular plane. So, this particular molecule is having only what? Sigma plane of symmetry. And apart from this, 360 degrees will give you identity. Therefore, this molecule comes under the Cs point group. We have the other example. We can take the example of phenol. Phenol also comes under the Cs point group. The phenyl ring and the OH, actually these are in one plane. They are in the one plane. Therefore, this has only the plane of symmetry. That is, the plane is passing from the oxygen, hydrogen and from the benzene ring. So therefore, it has only sigma. Similarly, monosubstituted ammonia. Monosubstituted ammonia. Here in this particular molecule, if you look at the ammonia molecule, ammonia molecule has C3 rotational axis of symmetry. But once the ammonia, one of the hydrogen is replaced with X, it doesn't have the C3 axis of rotation, because on rotation of 120 degrees will not give you equivalent structure. You have the different structure obtained here. Therefore, in case of mono-substituted ammonia, the C3 rotation axis of symmetry is absent. Instead, what is happening? It has a new symmetry element, and that symmetry element is plane of symmetry. That is, and that plane is passing from the nitrogen and the X atom, which will give you two equal halves. Therefore, it has only the plane of symmetry. Now look at this. For example, this is ammonia molecule. In this ammonia molecule, these two are the nitrogen. This is the nitrogen, and these two are the hydrogen atoms, and this is the X atom. So the plane is passing from the nitrogen and X, which will give you two equal halves. Assume this is a nitrogen, this is a X, and these are the two hydrogens. If you pass a plane from the center, it will give you two equal halves. Therefore, we say that this particular molecule is having only plane of symmetry. Whereas C3 rotational axis of symmetry is absent, we are saying, because if it is attached to three hydrogens, in case of ammonia, nitrogen are attached to three hydrogens. So on rotation of every 120 degrees, will give you what? Equivalent structure. But one of the hydrogen is replaced by X. That rotation is not possible, because, for example, you take, assume this is the X and these two are the hydrogens. If I rotate to 120 degrees, what is happening? The hydrogen is moving back and the X replaces here, comes here with hydrogen. So the first and the second structure are quite different. Therefore, we can't say them as the equivalent structures. We can easily differentiate both the structures. Therefore, we say that in case of ammonia, right, if it is substituted with hydrogen, it has only sigma plane of symmetry. No other symmetry is possible in case of this. And coming to the other examples, that is, you can also take the example of aniline. Now, aniline, if you take here, right, it has only the plane of symmetry, and that plane of symmetry is passing from the nitrogen and the center of the phenol ring, which will give you what? Sigma plane of symmetry. The other example, SOCl2. The plane is passing from the sulfur and the oxygen, which will give you what? Sigma plane of symmetry. So all these molecules has identity along with the plane of symmetry. Therefore, these are categorized as what? CS point group. So once again, just giving an idea, CS point group, the molecules which are having identity along with the sigma, that is only plane of symmetry, comes under the CS point group. Now, this is what regarding the molecules with the low symmetry elements. So the molecules with low symmetry elements are those which have less number of symmetry elements. Under this category, C1 point group, CS point group, and CI point groups are under this category. You can see, if you take the C1 point group, the order of this point group is 1, that it has only one symmetry element, that is identity. If you take CI point group, order of this point group is 2, that means that it has two symmetry elements, that is, one is identity and other is the center of inversion I. Whereas CS point group, order of this point group is taken as 2, it has two symmetry elements, one is identity and other is the sigma plane of symmetry. So this is regarding the molecules with low symmetry elements. Further, we have the molecules with higher symmetry. So under this category, we have CN point groups, we have CNV point group, we have CNH point group, DN point group, DNH, DND point groups. So under this category, we have all these point groups. One is CN, CNV, CNH, DN, DNH and DND. Just in the first three cases, the highest symmetry element is rotational axis of symmetry. The higher symmetry elements present in all these cases is rotational axis of symmetry. Coming to the next, that is DN, DNH and DND. In all these cases, they have the highest symmetry element is Cn, that is rotational axis of symmetry, along with n number of C2s. Now in all these point group, wherever you have this D, Dn, DNH and DND, this will have the rotational axis of symmetry along with n number of C2s. And these n number of C2s will be perpendicular to the Cn. This is in case of these three point groups. Dn, DNH, DND point group. In all these cases, this is very common. That is, they will be having the rotational axis of symmetry Cn along with n number of C2s perpendicular to Cn. Whereas in the first three cases, all these three cases will have Cn rotational axis of symmetries. That's it. Cn rotational axis of symmetries as in higher rotation symmetry element. Along with that, if you take here in Cn, it has only Cn rotational axis of symmetry. That's it. Whereas in CnV, it has Cn rotational axis of symmetry along with n number of sigma v's. In case of CnH, in CnH it has Cn rotational axis of symmetry along with sigma h and Sn. So this is regarding the brief idea of your molecules with the highest symmetry element, right? That is Cn, CnV, CnH, Dn, DNH and the DND point group. So you can easily differentiate both these type of points, that is Cn, CnV, CnH with that of Dn, DNH and DND. If you have only rotational axis of symmetry along with plane of symmetry sigma v and sigma h, they can be considered, they comes under either of these three, that is CnV and CnH. It has only rotation, then it comes under Cn. Whereas if you go for Dn, DNH and DND, these point groups, either of these three point groups, they will be definitely having Cn with n number of C2s perpendicular to Cn. They will be having it. For example, you take Dn. Dn will have Cn rotation with n number of C2s perpendicular to Cn. If you take DNH, DNH will have Cn along with n number of C2s, and in addition to that, it will also have the sigma h and Sn. Whereas if you take this DND, this will have Cn along with n number of C2s perpendicular to Cn, and it also has sigma d in it. Therefore, you can easily differentiate. If a molecule is having the Cn rotational axis of symmetry along with n number of C2s perpendicular to Cn, then that particular molecule will comes under either of these three point groups, that is Dn, DNH and the DND. If your molecule has only rotational axis of symmetry, there are no C2s perpendicular to the Cn, then that molecule might come under any of these three point groups. Now let us continue with the Cn point group. What is this Cn point group and the examples related to this Cn point group? So the point groups here, in this case the molecule has only Cn rotational